feet.
Is just she the only victim?
She's the only victim.
Someone died. This isn't a game. This is like a big deal. This isn't like, oh, you stole a car and didn't go to school. Like, someone lost their life, dude.
It is a cold February night in Denver, Colorado, where the mom of a young child is fighting for her life after, get this, a 14-year-old allegedly shot her over a fender bender.
I'm just going to keep some pressure on him, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, she took quite a few, about 4 or 5 rounds to the face.
Is just she the only victim?
She's the only victim. She's totally bleeding. We didn't expect to see that.
First responders rushed to help the driver, identified as 32-year-old Pamela Cabriales, who was allegedly shot multiple times at a stoplight.
Let me see if I can find an ID in her purse.
Yeah. I don't know how you want to do this. You want to put the seat back so we can get to her? Hey, Scott, hold that seat.
It's not going.
Is there anything behind the seat?
No.
Call electric. Hang on, I've got it. What's your name? Can you tell me your name?
Good lead. I'll get over this.
Might be a Pamela.
Is that her birth?
Yeah, I'm trying to find an ID.
Is there more than anybody else?
No, it's just one person. Could you hold that open while I look through it, please?
Okay.
Next, the officer walks to the back of the car, where shattered glass and apparent bullet holes can be seen through the rear window.
Hey, start looking for a purse, Scott.
The purse, I found the purse. I had no ID in it.
No ID?
No ID.
Here, we get a look at the windshield, where investigators said they counted 8 bullet holes.
Philip Brown, 163 Baker.
Where is he?
Hey, you got gloves? Nitrile gloves?
I got one.
There's just one here, pick it up, and there's one over here, pick it up.
Are you okay?
What's
your car?
I photographed it. Yeah,
All right.
your gallery's plugged in this one casing.
You're good.
Ready to follow? I'll be following. Alright, they're just about ready.
I counted 8 shots.
8?
Yeah, there's one right above the left windshield wiper. So that's 2 out of, like right there.
The license plate, that's probably hers.
That's the same one as the on the back.
Okay, that's probably hers. This hit, I don't think, Halo doesn't have cameras here, do they?
I don't think they record.
163 David to the cars.
Pamela is rushed to a hospital where she later succumbs to her injuries, leaving behind a young child. Social media posts show the mother sharing a fun evening with a friend and enjoying a sunset view before the tragic event. A stark difference from the suspect's posts.
She got her out the
I got some cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers, face in. Let me suck your ugly ass.
That show the teens playing with an assault rifle and a handgun.
Yeah, boy. Oh, what up? The B.
Wow.
Hours later, an officer recognizes the assailant's car from a previous incident involving shots being fired into a McDonald's. The teens allegedly led police on a short chase before crashing and running into a neighborhood where two of the suspects can be seen running down a sidewalk before making a quick about-face and running in the other direction. But it doesn't take long for residents to figure out something's up and for police to respond and arrest all three suspects. Now it's time for investigators to get some answers. First up, the accused shooter, 14-year-old Remi Cordova, faces questioning. Let's see how that goes.
They're asking about somebody named Lil Ro.
Baby D-Ro? They said baby bro.
They asked if you go by Lil Ro. I said no.
I don't, so. Like, something totally different. Yeah.
Are you guys done talking?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn the video back on, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you have my phone number?
I do.
Don't forget on the phone either.
Gotcha, Mom. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's still February 21st, 2021. According to that clock, it's now 10:05 p.m. And I've given you and your mom opportunity to talk about this investigation. Let me ask you, did you understand the rights as they have been explained to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Do you have any conflict with your mom that would prevent her from providing you with guidance and advice about your rights? No? With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to us about this investigation?
No, sir.
No?
No.
Okay, I'm going to ask Remi to sign this form that's indicating that he does not want to talk to me about this investigation. Sign it that X.
Did it?
That's okay. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut the video off. It's 10:07 p.m. a.m. I'm sorry.
Remi remains tight-lipped under advisement from his mom, a luxury he has just allegedly taken from another child. But our next suspect is not so quiet. Let's see what 18-year-old Neshan Johnson, the alleged driver, has to say.
So, Neshan, I just want to figure out what's going on, what happened. If you could just kind of take me through the events tonight, where you were, what was going on, who you were with, and don't worry about me writing. You don't need to catch up. Just go and I'll catch up with you. I'm just taking down some things. Don't worry about any of that, okay? That's just for me. So if you want to just start, work backward or forward, however you want to do that. I mentioned westbound Colfax I-25. Do you know what I'm talking about with that?
No.
Okay. Well, let's talk how just your night went where you were. Let's start with that.
I was with my auntie and my god sister.
Okay.
It was like Jewel. It's like behind. It's Pharaoh and Jewel behind the McDonald's. I was there all day with them and chilling with them, and then I left. But around 12, 11? No, it was like 11. Because I think police got behind us. What? Like around 12 o'clock. So they came and picked me up at 12. So, nigga, all day I was with my god sister and my baby moms.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. When you mentioned 12, are we talking 12 noon during the day or 12 midnight at night?
Like towards the night.
Okay.
I was there, I was at my baby mom's, then I left. And then I went to my cousin's. And then my partners came to pick me up.
Neshan initially denies any knowledge of the shooting and weaves together a picture of what happened that the detective quickly unravels.
Okay.
So probably around, I say 9:55, I start texting them.
Okay.
Telling them to probably be on their way. And they came around, 11, so.
Okay. Well, who was with him when he comes?
It was him.
Okay. And I ask it because you say they. When you say they, it leads me, and I'm not trying to trick you, I'm saying they leads me to believe there's more than one person.
Yeah.
If you're not saying he came to get me, you're saying they came to get me. So who's with him when he comes?
He had a partner in the car.
Okay.
But I didn't know him, so I don't even deal with him. You feel me? I wasn't even talking to him. So
Where was he sitting in the car?
he was in the back seat.
Okay.
When I came out, by the time I came out, he was in the back seat.
Is he black, white, or Hispanic?
He to be honest, he looked white to me. You feel me? But
Okay.
I wasn't really paying attention to him.
Okay. Was he kind of slim like yourself, or kind of husky or
A
fat
little
like me?
huskier.
Okay.
Probably. I don't know.
You catch his name?
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
I ain't even.
When he's seated in the back of the car, where is he at? Behind you driving now, or behind Little
Nuh-uh.
Row?
He's behind Lil Row.
Okay, Little Row. Okay. Do you see anything in the car when you get in? See any weapons or anything?
Nah, I wasn't really trying to be on that, you feel me? I was trying to go on to see my kid and shit.
Next, the detective asks Neshan why he fled from police before the 18-year-old story really starts to fall apart.
The police was on the side of us. He gets to behind us and take a right. And then the police was just following us. And the ice was so, snow was slippery. I couldn't, stop and hit a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And after I stopped to hit a turn, I had, hit the, curb. So, when they turned their lights, I ain't gonna lie, I just did the dash on it, you feel me? But then after the car, it was too slippery. And it f***ed the car up. I f***ed the car up, you feel me? That's what I did.
Why? Tell me more about why you didn't stop.
Cause I don't have no driver's license, I ain't gonna lie, that's the only thing. If I had a driver's license, I'd pulled over. But I don't have no driver's license, so.
When you see the police on the side of you, as you're driving, you make the turn, hit the curb, they light you up, you decide not to stop. When you notice the police, who notices them first, you or the other two guys in the car?
To be honest, we all did, because they was right next to us.
Tell me more about the conversation going on in the car about the 5-0 being next to you.
And we were just police right next to us. I was like, I'm going home.
Okay. Lil Row or the other guy in the car, the white guy, we'll call him white guy.
Yeah.
Did they appear to be nervous? Or?
Yeah, they seemed nervous, but to me, you feel me, yet and again, you're young, you feel me, you see police, everybody gonna get nervous. Cause I've been there before, I was, he's 16, so I've been 16 before.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So I'm like, man, it's cool, you feel me? I'm going home, we're going home. Nothing's cool, y'all cool, you feel me? And I don't know what.
Did Lil Row or the guy in the car talk about being on one, or being that they had a heater in the car, or being concerned about the police bumping you guys up with anything in the car?
Nah, see, they didn't tell me trying to worry about nothing. They was like, big bro, cool, you feel me? They was like, I guess they were trying to hide it from, cause I get on their ass, you feel me? If y'all doing something stupid, you feel me? Come to my house, nigga, we could eat, food, treat, whatever y'all want, y'all could come to my house. Y'all don't have to do no dumb, you feel me? Cause nigga, I just got through done doing that. Group home, foster home, so I don't want to be done in and out of jail. Nigga, I got 2 kids. I got 2 little girls, so nigga, anybody younger than me, I take them under my wing and I try to show them anything better.
Okay.
And they know if they tell me anything stupid, I'm gonna go off on them. So that's probably the reason why they didn't tell me nothing, whatever they did.
Okay.
Before they came, because I've been on their ass. And then I would even got in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are y'all doing?
Okay.
Like, come on, cuz don't. I'm mad they put me in a predicament like this anyway. Like, they don't put me in no predicament like that. But.
So, tell me about how long does this, when you hit the curb, they light you up, being the police, they light you up, you take off. How long does this go on for?
Not even long, because the ice was like this dope.
Okay.
Wasn't trying to go for it, so.
Alright.
Like, after I hit a dip, I go up and I do spin and I just hit the whole thing. What's that shit called? The pole.
Okay.
Knocked the pole down.
And then what happened?
And then I just hopped out.
Why'd you do that?
Cause I hit pole. I hit the pole and then I ain't gonna lie, I sleep panic. Then I get in the spin, police, I was just ran out the car. Then after that, I didn't know what to do. I just stayed in the shed. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, and then that's when the team came in. I was even going. I was like, nigga, I didn't know what to do.
What did Lil Ro and the other dude do?
They guys left too. They guys left me. I just went in the shed. Like, I don't know, cuz I stayed in the shed. That's where they caught me.
So who was in the shed with you?
Me.
Just you?
Yeah, we all after, cause they was the first two out. Cause if you see the car is like parked, like the driving seat was on a tree, so you couldn't open the door.
Okay.
So I had to like climb out the front, the passenger.
Neshan explains how he allegedly crashed after hitting a slippery patch of the road. But that won't be the only slippery slope he's headed down as this interview continues. By the way, what do the body cams on Law and Crime prove? Maybe that the world is unpredictable, right? And sometimes when those scary, unpredictable situations arise, having a great lawyer matters. And that is where our great partner and sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, comes in. No, they don't just make great hats, as you see right here. No, this is a firm with over 1,000 attorneys. You know why they have so many? Because they win a lot. In fact, in the past few months, Morgan & Morgan secured a $29 million verdict for a bicyclist in Philadelphia, $2.7 million verdict for a car accident victim in Florida, and $5.6 million for a car crash victim in Georgia after insurance offered that client $0. And even if you think your case isn't worth millions of dollars, why not start a claim and fight for what you deserve? And Morgan & Morgan makes it so simple. You can start a claim from your phone in just 8 clicks. So if you're injured, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/LC BodyCam channel or click the link in the description and pinned in the comments.
In the shed, tell me more about when you run. You dump anything? You take it off?
I just take off.
Okay. And how many fences do you hop?
I didn't even hop with fence. I mean, I did hop 2.
Okay.
But that was like right there. I was already right there.
And did you know the area very well where you were?
Yeah, nah. I don't even know Denver like that.
Okay.
I'm from Georgia. I mean, I'm from here, but I moved to Georgia. I know Georgia better. I'm like, no Georgia. My body's in Georgia now, to be honest. Clayco, Southside. But my mom wanted me out here because I have a kid out here too, so she wanted me to be out here with my kid.
Okay. So tell me more about getting into the shed.
I was just in the shed and I went to sleep. After I went to sleep, I hear people, and then that's when I was in the shed, and that's when the dog came in.
Okay.
Dog come in. I'm surprised the dog didn't attack me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm sleep blessed today. Cause the dog didn't exactly attack me. He smelled me, walked away, smelled me again, walked away. And then after that, when like the SWAT team came in, that's when he started tripping for real. Like when the dude said or some command, he was on it. And that's when he chipped me. He chipped my back and my foot. I was like, hey, I don't do none of that. I don't want to get bit. Whatever y'all say.
Okay.
And it was like, okay.
At any time when you're in the shed, did you meet up with Lil Ro or the other white guy?
No, they never came back.
So was you in the shed all by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else was with you?
Nope.
And was it in a front yard, a backyard?
I was in like the back medium. Like that was weird type to be honest.
Did you know whose shed it was?
Nuh-uh.
Did you know whose house it was?
Nuh-uh.
The detective asked Neshan multiple questions focusing on specific details, and soon enough, you'll see why.
What is the conversation in the car?
Really wasn't no conversation in the car, but they could go.
I'm sorry?
I said it wasn't no conversation in no car, but go.
But go?
Yes.
Why was that?
I don't know.
Okay. Earlier you told me because you didn't have a license.
Yeah, like I don't have no license, but that's what they was telling me. You said what was the conversation?
Okay.
You feel me? You said what conversation did we have while the police was behind us?
And who was telling you to go?
Little bro. He was like, bro, just go. You feel me? I mean, don't have no license. Okay. You feel me? Not finna pull off.
Did little bro say he was hot?
Nah.
Did he say
nigga go? Go.
Okay.
You know how nowadays this young generation gonna run from the police or do anything from the police now. You feel me?
So you listened to him. So you listened to him and you went.
That's how it was. You feel me? Type shit.
Okay. From the point you saw the police to the point that you it gets slippery and you end up crashing.
Mm-hmm.
How much time passed?
I don't know.
How much would you say? A minute? 5 minutes? 30 seconds?
I say a minute.
Okay. And then when you crash, what do you do?
Get out the car and run.
Okay. Did anybody
go
tell
to
you?
the shed.
Huh?
And go to a shed.
Okay.
They went to the shed I was in.
All right. Anybody go with you to the shed?
No.
Did anybody follow you?
No.
How
I was in there by myself.
Okay, you're in there by yourself.
Yes, I was in there by myself the whole, 2 or 3 hours. I took a nap and all.
Where was little bro and the white guy?
They left. We all separated. When we hit the tree or hit whatever we hit, when we hit it,
okay.
We ran out the car.
Did they ever tell you there were any guns in the car?
No.
Okay. Do you know if there was?
No.
Okay. Saturday, any chance, tell me your activities before Leander picks you up. What'd you do while you were at Dayton? Did you just hang out? Did you go anywhere?
No, I was over with my baby.
Did you go to a firing range at all?
No.
Did you handle any weapons at all Saturday day?
No.
Handle any weapons Saturday night?
No.
See any weapons in the car when you got in with little bro and the white guy?
No.
Okay. In that 1 minute when you see the police and then you go, you crash, you get out, you dip, and you go to the shed, you say by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Anybody give you anything before you got out of the car?
No.
Anybody ask you to hold anything?
Neshan admits to being alone in the shed and having nothing handed to him multiple times before the detective reveals an important detail.
No.
Okay. Do you know why I'm asking all these questions? Because the shed you were found in, those shell casings match at our murder scene. Can you explain that to me? And you said nobody's in the shed with you. Okay? You're in there by yourself. But the same caliber shell casing that's in the shed where you're at is the same caliber at our murder scene. Can you explain that to me if nobody handed you anything?
No, nobody handed me nothing.
Okay, so how did that end up in the shed with you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I ain't gonna cut it.
I don't know.
Okay? So I'm asking you, this is your chance to be honest, okay? And I'm not saying you're not, so please don't be offended by that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I don't know is not gonna cut it. As I told you before when we first started, it's a homicide investigation. I told you you're not free to leave, okay? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you were there for something or somebody asked you to hold on to something, I need to know, okay? And not just for myself, but for yourself. You got a kid, right?
2.
You want to see those kids grow up?
Yes.
Do you want to be able to hold them and not be behind glass when you see them? Or do you want them to come and visit you during yard time? Again, I'm not threatening you, I'm not upset with you, but I'm telling you, this is the road we're going down. You're digging yourself a hole here, so if you have something, you know something, Neshan, now's the time to tell me. Okay, you tell me you were by yourself when you ran. Nobody else was in that shed. I asked you several times that question. You're adamant nobody was. Okay? So it's one of two things. Either you were there at that murder scene, or somebody gave you something to hold on to. So now's your chance to help yourself. Don't dig yourself a hole. You got 1 foot in this hole right now, Neshan. Okay? I guess you're at a fork in the road right now. What would you like to do? You want to tell me who gave you something, or if you were there, come clean and tell me.
They ain't give me nothing, and I wasn't there.
Okay?
White boy just hopped out with me.
Okay?
But I didn't know he had nothing. You feel me? And cuz left the shed.
I'm sorry,
So,
he did what?
He went in the shed with me. You feel me? He came in the shed with me and him. But then after that, cuz left. You feel me? That's why I was the only in there, because he was like, "The police in here, cuz. Are they about to come in here?" And then he left, and I wasn't finna just, because he wasn't going nowhere.
Okay.
So I stayed in there.
All right.
On everything. He came in there with me. He dropped all the shells. And then after that, guys was like, "Oh, the police, bro," and freaked out and left. Man, he ain't tell me nothing on everything. He was, when we got in there, I was like hearing pennies. Like I thought it was pennies at first, because I didn't know what it was in his hand. And I was like, "Bro, stop." I was like, "Bro, stop before the police come in or something, or they hear you." I was like, "All right, bro." And I didn't realize it was shells on there until police flashed the light. You feel me? But I thought it was something else, like he was playing with pennies or something.
Okay.
But I was like, "Bro, stop. Like, bro, stop playing with that, bro." He was like, "Bro, it's my fault, bro." And then after that, nigga, when the police came, nigga, they were shells. So, then again, I think he dropped the shells and knew the police were finna come in and they just leave, you feel me? Because he didn't tell me he was leaving, because I swear to God, I took a nap. I took a nap, and then when I heard, like, the dog, I woke up and I stood up. And the dog smelled me, passed me by. And that's what really tripped me out, when the dog just smelled me and just left. I was like, what the? And then that's when the SWAT team came in. And they looked at it, and nigga, right when I seen the light, nigga, I seen the shells. I was like, oh.
Neshan suddenly remembers that there was allegedly another person in the shed with him before even more details of his initial story start changing as well.
Now, you've been honest up to me to this point, you're saying. Did you ever see any guns? Did they ever talk about the heaters they had?
Nah, they had a gun in the back seat.
Tell me about that.
But I don't know what type of gun it was.
That's okay.
Tell me about that. We got a gun in the back seat. I was like,
hold on. Who said that?
The white dude in the back. He was like, "You know, I got the gun in the back seat." And I was like, "That's cool for you." And I kept driving. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to that shit. I was really just
you know, I got
this gun in the back seat.
This gun in the back seat.
And that's when I, like, right when we was at the light.
Is this when the 50 pulls up or before? So tell me more about that. How does that conversation come up?
I walked in. I walked in.
You walked in where?
That conversation. Like, I straight just walked in that conversation.
Tell me how you walked into it and what was said.
Because I opened the door. And you know when you, like, not want to hear nobody. Like, we don't want, like, me and you talking and pretend somebody walk in and we just stop talking.
Sure.
That's what happened.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
They being Lil Bro,
you feel
and
me?
white dude.
Yeah, and they just stopped talking and I walk in.
Okay.
I was like, "Shit was good." He was like, "None." We pulled off. He was like, "Bro, no, I got the heat in the back seat."
Who says that?
White dude.
And where's he at?
In the back seat. Okay. So I'm like, "All right, cool, that's good for you." That's exactly what I tell him. That's good for you. And I kept driving like I wasn't. I mean, I was, but then again, that's not mine. None of that shit, you feel me? So keep driving. But I wasn't paying attention.
And what did the little bro say?
The bro was on the phone.
With who?
I don't even know.
Okay, what was he saying?
He was saying after he had dropped me off, he was gonna go over there.
Neshan now says he was allegedly told there were weapons in the car after previously stating there weren't any. The detective ends the interview with Neshan and moves on to another teen who was allegedly in the car, identified in the previous interview as, quote, white guy.
Just kind of run me through, when I mentioned this location, do you know what I'm talking about? At Colfax and I-25? Tonight? Or what happened last night? Can you take me through that, just from the beginning there? who you were with, what was going on?
It was one of my friends.
Okay.
He was driving right down I-25, whatever. And then we stopped, and then the car hit us in the back, smacked us. And my friend in the front, he asked the person in the driver's seat if he could shoot at him. And he hopped down and started shooting him.
Okay. I didn't hear you quite. So, if I have this wrong, correct me. You said you were stopped at a light.
We were stopped at a light, and someone came from behind us and smacked us with their car.
Okay.
And then that's when my friend and the passenger asked the person in the driver if he can shoot him. And then the person in the driver said yes, and then he hopped out and shot, and then he drove off.
Okay. How many people were in the car with you?
2.
So there was how many total, including yourself?
2.
Including
3?
Yeah.
Okay. Where were you seated?
I was in the back seat.
Okay. Who was driving?
My friend's friend.
Okay, do you know his name?
Yeah.
Do you know what he looks like? Yes or no?
Yes.
If you saw a photo of him, do you think you could ID him?
Yep.
Okay. Can you tell me if he was black, white, Hispanic?
Black.
Okay. About how old was he?
19.
Okay. Anything identifying about him? Scars, marks, tattoos, facial hair, piercings?
Right here.
Okay, what was that?
He has a big tattoo right here.
Big tattoo right there?
Yes.
The teenager gives his initial story before the detective asks for more details.
So the car behind you guys smacked into you.
Yes.
Your friend Remi asked the driver if he could shoot this person?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. He just asked him and he said yes.
Okay.
And when he started letting off, I told him to get back in the car.
Okay. Tell me more about when Remi gets out of the car.
He pulls the chopper out, and then at first he said he was on safety, so he flicked it off of safety and then
It
started
wasn't
shooting.
Remi though, that shot.
That's Lil Rock.
Okay. I'm confused, okay.
Okay. So you say the chop. I know what that is. Aaron, your mom may know what that is. People watching this later on may not know what that is. What is a chop?
AR-15.
AR-15?
Yes.
Okay. What color was that?
Black.
Black. Okay.
So you're saying that the other kid asked Remi to shoot. Is that what you're saying?
No. Remi asked the other kid if he can shoot, and then Remi hopped out and shoot.
At any time did you get out of the car?
No, I told him to get back in the car.
Okay. And what does he do? Tell me more
He
about
just
that.
kept shooting, and then he finally got back in.
Okay.
After I started yelling at his ass.
Okay. How many times did he shoot?
He let off like 7 rounds.
Okay. Did anybody pick up anything there on the street? Did anybody pick up anything? Did anything fall? Phone, bullets, anything from the car fall out of the car that anybody picked up?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you remember what kind of car smacked into the back of you guys?
It was like this white car.
White car?
Yeah, it was a white van.
Like a white van?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember if the driver of that car was male, female, black, white, Hispanic?
I don't know.
Don't know?
All I know is he just hopped out and started shooting, and I told him to get back in.
Okay.
You heard that right. The witness says Remi was allegedly granted permission to shoot Pamela after asking Neshan, the driver, if he could.
What time do you think you guys got there?
I don't even remember.
Okay. When you leave the driver's baby mama's house at 6th and Dayton, you're driving to where next?
We were driving to his auntie's house.
Okay.
So you can go see someone that was in the house or something.
The driver's auntie's house?
Yeah. And on the way there, the car had smacked us, and then that's when I went off.
So you never made it to the auntie's house?
Yeah, we didn't make it to the auntie's house before that happened.
Okay.
But after that happened, they skirted off to the auntie's house.
Okay. Skirted off meaning you guys drove
Yeah.
to the auntie's house?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember the route you guys took when you left the baby mama house?
We went straight down Colfax.
Straight down Colfax?
Yeah.
Okay. Any issues with anybody driving straight down Colfax? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Tell me more about what you're doing in the back seat. Are you guys...
I was sleeping.
Okay. When the car smacked you guys from behind, what were you doing?
I was listening to music.
Okay. On what?
On my phone.
Okay.
The teen claims to have been asleep in the car after the incident. This will be important later.
He doesn't have service.
Okay, no service?
Just
Okay.
a phone.
Do one of those Wi-Fi things when you can?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like
I get it.
Infinity Wi-Fi.
Okay. Xfinity or Wi-Fi?
Yeah, or just normal
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
All right. When you're listening to music, how hard do you think the car smacks you from behind? Tell me more about that.
Smacked me up like this, hit my head.
Okay.
And then that's when Remi started getting mad. And that's when he asked him if he can shoot him. And he hopped down and started shooting at him. And then that's when I was like, get in the car, nigga, what are you doing? Like,
Okay.
what are you doing?
Was there any verbal exchange between the person that hit you guys from behind?
Hell no.
Okay.
He just hopped out and started shooting it.
Okay. That car you were in, how many times have you been in that car?
That was like the second time.
Okay. When was the first time?
Like a couple days before that.
Okay. Whose car is it?
I don't even know.
Okay, fair enough. So the car smacks you guys. What do you do after Remi gets back in the car?
I told him to get in the car. And then the person in the driver skirted off down Colfax.
Okay. Where do you guys go down Colfax? To where?
No, I don't know exactly where he went to his auntie's house, but we went down Colfax.
How far?
Like we just went straight down until when we got to like Union.
Okay. And then what do you do?
That's when we went to his auntie's house.
Okay. Where does the auntie live?
I low-key don't remember. I was sleeping.
Okay. Were you asleep when you pulled up?
Yeah. I
When
was
do you...
just sleeping. And then when they woke me up is when they woke me up on like they woke me up past Federal because they said that the cops was following us.
Okay. How did you know you guys had been to the auntie's house?
Because I had like when he was inside, I had woke up for like a couple seconds and I saw he wasn't in there, so I was like, oh, he's in his auntie's house.
Okay. After Remi shoots, what does he do with the AR?
Puts it in the car. And
Where at in the car?
He put it in the back seat.
Okay. Where you're at?
Yeah, on the left side.
All right. Where are you seated?
On the right side.
Behind the driver or behind Remi?
Behind the passenger.
Okay, so you're behind Remi.
At first, he puts it in the car and he has it next to him, like right here on the floor.
Okay.
And then he puts it into the back when we're going down Colfax.
After the shooting?
Yeah, after when we get closer to his auntie's house.
Okay.
But that's when I just fell asleep. I don't really remember nothing else.
Did you see any other guns in the car beside that one? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Next, the detective questions this witness about the guns, when the reality of the situation appears to set in.
Had you ever seen either one of those guns prior to last night?
I've seen the Taurus before.
Okay. Had you seen the AR before?
I've never seen an AR before.
Okay.
I
Have you
didn't know
ever...
they had that.
Okay. At any time last night, Saturday night, baby mama's house, driving before you fell asleep, did you ever handle that AR? Meaning hold it, touch it?
No.
If I print it, am I going to find your fingerprints or your DNA on that gun?
No.
Okay.
I didn't handle that gun.
Okay.
I might have pushed it over, but I was not handling that gun.
Okay.
It was Remi, that's his gun.
All right. If you would have pushed it over and touched it, what part would you have touched so I know?
Like on the top, like
on the stock, they call it the stock on the top.
Right here, like and then like right here, like
okay.
Next to the trigger, like you know the little piece that comes down like this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like right there, cause I had to move it away from me. I pushed it over.
Okay.
And that's where my prints would be.
Okay. Before you fall asleep, what's the discussion in the car about what just happened?
They don't even say nothing. They're not even talking.
Okay. At any point, even after Auntie's house, do you guys talk about this?
No, because I got woken up to getting yelled at. The cops are chasing us.
Okay.
And then that's when we crashed.
All right. Tell me more about being woken up. The cops are chasing you guys.
Remi was like, bro, the cops are chasing us. They're behind us, bro. They're behind us. And then I had woken up and I was sleeping in the back. And I was like, what? And I looked behind us and the cop is right behind us, following us. And then the driver starts going fast. And then the cop turns the lights on. And then we go down this one street and we hit a big pothole. And then that's when the car went up and then he lost control. And then I don't even remember. All I know is I just got out the car.
Okay. What'd you do when you got out of the car?
Started walking up the block.
Did you walk or run? And if you ran, that's okay.
I started walking. The other two, Remi, he was running. I was just jogging. I was like,
okay.
Because, like, I didn't know he did something. I don't know he did something. Like,
well, hold on a minute.
Like, I didn't know like something that bad happened. I didn't know someone got killed.
Well, but he fired an AR into a car.
I know.
What did you think was going to happen?
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
He said he was trying to aim towards the engine.
Okay. Tell me more about that. When was that discussion?
That was after.
Okay, tell me about that.
That was like when we was going down Colfax.
Okay.
He was like, I was trying to hit the engine.
Who was saying that?
Remi.
Did he know that he hit the person in the car?
Oh no.
That's what he was asking you. What was the discussion after it happened?
I don't think he even knew he killed nobody.
Okay.
But he said I was trying to hit the engine. So what does that mean?
He was trying to blow up the car.
Okay. When the car crashes and you walk off, why don't you stay there?
Because like, there's guns in the car. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was a stolen car. I didn't know that until a couple of days before, like yesterday. So that's why I was jogging, and then yeah.
That's why you were what?
I was jogging up the street.
Okay.
Like I didn't take off how they was running because they was running fast. I was just like speed walking.
The teen says Remi was, quote, trying to blow up the car by shooting at the engine, but that doesn't exactly add up with the scene we saw earlier. Let's continue.
Okay. When you take off, do you meet up with either Remi or the driver?
Yeah, the driver.
Tell me about that.
I met him when I was walking. I saw him in an alleyway.
Okay. Where was he?
He was in that little alleyway where he was just in an alleyway, and I just saw him walking.
Okay. Where did you guys go?
I kept walking. I was just like, there's a cops all throughout the block, like.
Well, he tells me that he's with you.
He said that to you.
Yeah. Okay. So, when he says you guys went in the alleyway, where were you guys?
We was in an alleyway.
Okay.
That's where I saw him first, but then after that, we went out of the alleyway into the neighborhood.
Okay, tell me more about going in the neighborhood.
We started walking through the neighborhood.
Okay, where do you go?
I don't know, over there in Lakewood, but we were just walking around the blocks and we just seen there was cops on every single block.
Okay. Where were you found?
I was found in an alleyway.
Okay. In what?
It's the alleyway. I was just walking down the alleyway and they told me to freeze and get on my knees.
Moments later, the detective decides it's time to be frank with the witness.
Let me get to the point. Were you in a shed? Yes or no?
No.
Never in a shed?
No, I wasn't in the shed. I might have been in someone's backyard, but I was not in the shed.
Okay, if you were in a backyard, who were you with?
I was with the driver.
Okay. What'd you and the driver discuss?
We didn't discuss nothing. I was just like, bro, I'm not finna get in trouble for this. And I just walked out the alleyway. I was like, I do not care. Like, bro, I didn't do shit.
Okay.
But like, what am I getting in trouble for? For y'all doing what y'all doing?
Okay. And I apologize about earlier about the hypothermia. That's not you. That's my fault. Okay. So I apologize about that. Okay.
Because I was like, because we're standing in the backyard and I'm like, bro, you sound dumb if you think we're gonna get away. There's cops on every single block. You sound stupid. So I'm like, he stays there in the backyard. I'm like, all right, bro, peace out. I walk out of an alleyway. They got me.
Okay.
I didn't do nothing, so obviously I'm gonna be like, all right, freely, like, I didn't do shit.
Next, the detective steps out of the room when the teen's mom and stepdad offer up a little tough love.
Now you're gonna end up doing time over someone else's bull.
How am I doing time over someone?
Because
Watch.
someone f***ing died. Someone
You don't-
died.
you
This
don't
isn't. This
process
isn't.
that. You don't
It
process
doesn't
that.
matter what you know or what you think you didn't know. Someone died last night. Someone died. This isn't a game. This is like a big deal. This isn't like, oh, you stole a car and didn't go to school. Like, someone f***ing lost their life, dude.
Behind somebody's dumb shit that you was in the car with, riding around thinking that this shit is hot shit.
He obviously doesn't give a fuck about anything. His life, his kid's life, anybody's life, apparently. And you're hanging out with him. Do you think he gives a fuck? Obviously not. This cop don't know if you touched that f***ing gun or not.
The detective returns, armed with some alarming information for the teen that helps to get to the bottom of this incident.
This next question is important, okay? I'm going to ask you this. Be honest with me. Okay? Did you shoot?
No.
Okay, and I'm asking you that because
Did I say I did?
someone independent said they saw you. They described you to a T and what you're wearing, that you were the shooter.
I promise I was not the shooter.
Okay, well, promise ain't going to cut it. Okay.
I wasn't the shooter.
So,
Remi hopped out and shooter.
okay. So again, when I swab for DNA, am I going to find your DNA on that trigger guard on that rifle? On that AR-15, am I going to find your DNA?
Probably because I moved it, yeah.
That-
Someone said it was me.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna step over here real quick.
Okay.
Someone said it was me.
Yeah. Okay.
I know I didn't shoot. I know for a fact I didn't shoot.
Help me explain why I should believe you.
I mean, you don't have to believe me, but
No, he has to believe you, dog. That's the thing.
alright, look,
Listen to me.
I know I didn't shoot that gun. I know I didn't because he even asked Rashawn if he can shoot before he even shot the gun and hopped out.
The detective continues pressing the witness when he decides it's time to come clean.
And all those times, how many times after that have you fallen asleep? Because you know how many people sat in that chair and told me the same thing you're telling me? Because I don't believe you. Okay?
I never felt like I really fell asleep.
Well, I find it hard to believe you
When we
just...
was at his auntie's house, I really fell asleep. Like,
Okay.
I was just laying down in the back with a blanket, sleeping.
So you've just witnessed a shooting that's turned into a homicide and you're going to tell me now
I didn't
you've
know it
fallen
was a
asleep?
homicide.
I know you didn't. But my point is somebody shot with an AR-15, a high-power rifle, and you're telling me within an hour after, within 30 minutes, you fall asleep?
I really did fall asleep. Like,
Okay.
For real. I really, for real. Like,
Okay.
I really did fall asleep in the back.
Okay.
And then they woke me up saying the cops were behind us.
Who's
following
they?
us. Remi and Rashawn.
Okay. Did you ask them to stop?
Huh?
Did you ask them to
Yes.
stop?
I was like, bro, why are you going so fast? He was just going fast.
Tell me more about that.
And he just going fast and he just smacking everything in his way. And then we get to the main street, and we go down, it's a hill, boom, pothole. Flip up, I hit my head, and then I don't remember it. I just hopped out.
Okay.
Like, all I know is I just started like flying around in the car and hitting my head on everything.
All right. If you've done nothing wrong, just explain to me the best you can. Why do you leave? Why do you walk off? Why don't you stay outside the car when the police show up? Why do you walk off?
Because I thought I was going to get in trouble for the guns. The gun was right next to me.
Okay.
The AR-15 was on the left of me, like I told you. Remi put it in the back, and then that's when I moved it over to the left of me.
Okay.
So I was not trying to get in trouble for two guns that was in the car, and they was going to leave me.
Okay.
They was going to leave me. They already ran.
Okay. How about any casings, any live rounds did you pick up or have on your person or in your possession?
I found some 22s on the floor, and I picked them up and put them in my pocket.
Tell me more about that.
That's it. I found some.
Okay. What'd you do with them?
I put it in my pocket.
And then what'd you do with them?
Nothing. They were just in my pocket.
Okay. Did you ever see the driver Or you're calling Neshan, did you ever see him with any ammunition or any spent shell casings? You know what spent shell casings are?
Like after you done shooting?
Mhm.
I think I had the 223s.
Huh?
I had the 223s from the AR-15.
Who did?
Rashawn.
Why
it
did
was
he?
all through the car.
Okay.
And I guess some of them landed on him.
Okay. Did you have any?
Uh-uh.
Okay. Why would he say that you had him and you dropped him?
He said I had him.
Yes.
He's lying. I never had that.
Okay.
I never had no shell casing that was empty.
Okay.
I only had those little 22s that I found on the ground.
Due to the severity of the crime and Remi Cordova's history, the 14-year-old was tried as an adult and convicted of first-degree murder in Pamela's shooting death. He was later sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 40 years at the age of 16. Neshan Johnson was sentenced to 35 years after he was found guilty of second-degree murder, criminal attempt to commit manslaughter, attempt to commit assault, vehicular eluding, and being an accessory to a crime. The third passenger in the car did not face charges connected to Pamela's murder.